welcome to this class. In this class, we are going to continue our discussion on quadratic equation. In the previous class, we talked about how to solve quadratic equation using factorization method. And in today's class, we are going to continue with factorization methods. Only that in the previous class, we talked about simple quadratic equation. In a simple quadratic equation, I gave you the standard format for quadratic equation as ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. In a simple quadratic equation, a is always equal to 1. So if you have x squared plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. This is a simple quadratic equation because the coefficient of x is 1, that is a is 1 here. If a is equal to 1, we don't usually write it. So we don't write 1x squared. When a is 1, we usually remove it. So the coefficient of x here is 1. This is a simple quadratic equation. Now, what if we have 2? If you have 2 or 3 as the coefficient of x squared in this place, it becomes more complex, and we have another method that we use to solve it using factorization. See how we do it. When we have a that is greater than 1, what we do is that we come to this equation, we multiply a and c. A and c, we find the value for a and c, multiplication of a and c. You say a and c, whatever it gives us, we note it. Then we look for this value, b. What is b? We multiply a and c and then find the value of b. Then we look for two numbers that when we multiply two of them, it will give us a and c. It will give us the product of a and c, and when we add two of them, it will give us b. For instance, if you have this equation, 2x squared plus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0, and we are asked to solve this. Now the first thing is for us to look for a and c and then b. In this equation, a is 2 here, this is a, b is 7, and c is 3. So we say 2 times by 3, that is 6. So AC gives us 6. Then and B is equal to 7. Then the next question or the next step is, what numbers can we multiply to give us 6? And when we add two of them, it will give us 7. For us to do that, we start by listing the factors of 6. What are the factors of 6? What are the things that can divide 6 without remainder? The factors of 6 is equal to 1 can divide 6, 2 can divide 6, 3 can divide 6, and 6 can divide 6. So these are the factors of 6. Then among these factors, which of them can we times to give us 6? And when we plus 2 of them, it will give us 7. That is B. If you say 1 times 6, it gives us 6. And 1 plus 6 will give us 7. So we are taking 1 and 6. 1 and 6. So we use 1 and 6 to replace the value of 7x. We just put x in each of them. So we now have 2x squared plus the first factor is 1x plus the second factor is 6x, then plus the last value there is 3. The 3, that is 6. The c the c should be where it's supposed to be. So we have plus 3 plus 3, and so we are going to have, okay, then the next step is for us to group this equation equal to 0. We group it. We have 2x plus 1x. 1x is x plus x, then plus 6x plus 3, 6x plus 3, 6x plus 3, 6, okay, plus 6x plus 3. We bracket this, and so we now factor the first bracket. We factor it. What is the common factor between 2x and x? We have x bracket, this is 2 plus 1, that is x, 2x divided by x, we have only 2 remaining, and x divided by x, we get 1. Then plus, what is the common factor between 6x and 3? We have 3. So we bring out the common factor. 6x divided by 3, we have 2x plus 3 divided by 3, we have 1. This is 2x squared. 2x squared. 2x. So 2x squared divided by x, we get 2x plus 1. Then plus the common factor between 6x and 3 is 3. 6x divided by 3, we have 2x plus 3 divided by 3, we have 1. Okay, so here we have the same value inside this bracket as the one we have inside the second bracket. So we have the same value in the two brackets. So we collect the terms outside the bracket and take one of the brackets. So we have, in the first bracket, we have 1 outside it, x. So we have x plus 3, x plus 3. Then we take one of the brackets, 2x plus 1. Everything is equal to 0. So here we have that it is either x plus 3 is equal to 0 or 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. So we have x plus 3 is equal to 0 or 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. And so in the first case, if x plus 3 is equal to 0, it means that x is equal to minus 3. So x is equal to minus 3. And then in the second case, 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. This means that, or 2x is equal to minus 1. The 1 coming to this side becomes minus, is equal to minus 1. and that means that x is equal to minus 1 over 2. So what we have finally is that x is equal to minus 3 or minus 1 over 2. This is our answer. Example 2. Example 2. If you have another equation like 6x squared plus 5x minus 6 is equal to 0. This is a complex quadratic equation because a is not equal to 0. A is 6 here. This is a, this is b, and this is c. Now we look for the product of a and c. That is 6 times 6. This is 36. AC equal to 6 times 6, which is 36. And b is equal to, b is 5. b is 5. b is 5 plus 5. We have to put the signs. It's very important. 6 times by minus 6 will give us minus 36. And b is plus 5. Plus 5. So the question now is, what are the two things that when we multiply them, it will give us minus 36, and when we add two of them, it will give us plus 5. To do this, we start by looking for the factors of minus 36. The factors of 36, we have factors of 36. 36 is equal to the things that can divide 36 without remainder. 1 can divide it, 2 can divide it, 3 can divide it, 4 can divide it, 6 can divide it, 9 can divide it, 12 can divide it, 18 can divide it, and it can divide itself. That is 36. So among these factors, which two of them can we pick that will give us 36 when we times two of them, and when we add two of them, it will give us plus 5. When we times two of them, it will give us minus 36. And when we add two of them, it will give us plus 5. Because we have minus 36, what it means is this: one of the factors must be negative, because negative times by positive will give us negative. So if we have which of these, by just looking at it, if we have 9 times 4, it gives us 36. 9 times 4 gives us 36, and 9 minus 4 will give us 5. So we have plus 9 and minus 4. It will give us plus 4, plus 9 and minus 4. When we times two of them, it will give us minus 36. And when we add two of them, we are owing 4 and you have 9, it will give us plus 5. So we are picking 9 and 4. So the factor we are picking is plus 9 and minus 4. So we use this plus 4 and minus 4, plus 9 and minus 4 to replace the value of b in the equation. So this plus 5x, instead of having plus 5x, we put the factors which we have gotten now. So the final thing, it becomes 6x squared plus 4x, minus 4x, 4 is minus 4x plus 9x minus 6. The c's the c will always remain where it is. We still have the c, but b will replace it with the factors that we've got. So we have 6x squared minus 4x plus 9x minus 6. Everything is equal to 0. So we group them. If we group it, we have 6x squared minus 4x. This forms a group. Then plus, we group this one, plus 9x minus 6. Everything is equal to 0. 0 equal to 0. Okay, so we now factor the two brackets. We find the common factors in bracket 1 and bracket 2, or group 1 and group 2. So we have in 6x squared minus 4x, is there anything common between two of them? We look for it and bring it outside the bracket. 2 can divide 4 and can divide 6. So 2 is the common factor here. 2x, there's x here and there's x here. 2x divide 6x squared divided by 2x, we get 3x. We get 3x. We have 2x bracket 6x squared divided by 2x, we have 3x. Then minus 4x divided by 2x, we have 2. We have 2 only. So we have 2. That's for the first bracket. Then two x bracket 3x minus 2. Yeah. Now plus what is the common factor between 9x and 6? Anything that will be the common factor, if we multiply out, it will still give us this minus 6. So we have, let's say 3. 3 is the common factor here. So we have 3, only 3. There's no x in the second one. So we have 3 brackets 9x divided by 3. We have 3x. We have 3x. 3x. And then 6 minus 6 divided by 3. We have minus 2. Minus 2. Everything is equal to 0. So if everything is equal to 0, then we collect the terms, the one outside brackets, and then the one of the brackets, if the two brackets are the same. The thing inside this bracket is the same thing that is inside the second bracket. So we are taking only one of the brackets. So we have 2x plus 3. Then bracket, the second bracket should be one of the brackets. 3x minus 2. Everything is equal to 0. Now with this, the two brackets are now a product. So we equate each of them to 0. And so we have that either the the first one is equal to 0 or the second one is equal to 0. That is 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. Either 2x plus 3 is equal to 0 or 3x minus 2 is equal to 0 or 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, with this, we now find the value of x. In the first one, we have that 2x is equal to 0. That means that 2x is equal to 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. If we bring the 3 here, it becomes minus. So we have that 2x is equal to minus 3. Or in the second one, 3x minus 2 is equal to 0. That means that 3x is equal to 3x is equal to 2. This is minus 2 here. It's coming to this side. It becomes plus. That is plus 2, or we just leave it as 2. Okay, so we have that in the first one, if 2x is equal to minus 3, it means that x is equal to minus 3 divided by 2, or in the second case, x is equal to 2 over 3. So this is the answer. X is equal to minus 3 over 2 or 3 or 2 over 3. This is the final answer. That's the values for x in the quadratic equation. So here you've seen how to solve quadratic equations that involve a that is greater than 1 using factorization methods. In the previous class, we talked about how to solve simple quadratic equation using factorization method in a case where a is equal to 1. So in the exam, if you see a equal to 1, you can solve it, and if you see a greater than 1, you can also solve it if you are asked to solve using factorization methods.